He's looking to throw. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Makes the catch down the right side. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
And that's why this guy's a complete running back. He's good between the tackles, he can pass block, but he can also run routes. And we're not just talking about screen.
He lets one fly deep. He's got it. And it's in for... Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they finished it with an explosive play in the passing game, scoring from 47 yards out. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards, get some first downs, get some positive momentum.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
At the 33. Fourth down coming up.
Now to see if they can answer this early blitz here in the second quarter. Pitt will line up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. So guys, we'll get another look at this offense. He wants to throw. Using his feet to buy time. He'll pull it down. At the 40, there he goes. And he has vexed his defense with the scrambles. Another first down and yet another big gain.
This guy just gives you nightmares. I mean, he's just got so much electricity. He just pulls it down and chews up yards like it's nothing. That's a quarterback.
And he makes the catch at the 10. Strolls into the end zone for a touchdown.
Yeah, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he's coming out of the... And he loses the ball deep in his own end. The kicking team's got it, and they take the ball right back.
Collisions on kickoff team. You don't see a lot of that in practice. You don't do that because you don't want to get each other hurt. A lot of open field, big collisions, big forced fumble, big momentum play created.
The option look. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. On the option. He'll toss it. And he barrels into the end zone for a touchdown. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. Give to the running back. Just finds that little crevice, and he's still up. Hit the gate, just keeps moving. And what a huge play for this offense after that great run. The feel of this whole drive changed on that last big play. They've got it 1st and 10 outside the 30. To throw, it's Holstein. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Quarterback can pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41. This is a 3rd and long.
3rd down coming up.
He's looking downfield to throw. Chuck it away just as he was hit.
And this is why this team is losing this game. They cannot protect their quarterback. He's already been sacked a bunch of times, almost got sacked right there. This guy doesn't have a chance with the way this offensive line is playing.
It is true as he puts 3 on the board. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
And the offense takes the field ready to go back to work. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Trying to find his man on 1st down. Makes the catch down the right side. Running toward the tape. Makes the grab and steps into the end zone for the touchdown. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point will tack another one onto the...
Good.
If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
Yeah, and listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker, who is so important to this team.
3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Wants to throw. It's Holstein. Stands in and takes the hit. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. Pitt will have to boot this one away. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. Comes out throwing on 1st down. He's looking deep. And he's got it at the 25. Snares it with those big hands and strolls into the end zone for the touchdown.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
You know, last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
The play action fake. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback.
Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. He goes out of bounds, but he just about did it himself. What a return after the interception. And the offense heads out onto the field to get the drive started. Goes to the option. The pitch. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Saunters into the end zone for a touchdown.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Catch in the middle, it's Johnson. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And they got him for the sack. Pitt will line up to punt it away. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. And the returner will be dragged down. Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. Into their happy place for a touchdown. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. The kind of drive everybody loves. So seeing quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Palmer.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
Looking for space, it's Lloyd. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line. 4 punts already, and they've got to convert here to avoid a 5th. Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. And boy, was that pressure in his face immediately. Down he goes. We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. He's going to pass. He's going for it all. And he makes the catch at the 25. And he's into the end zone for a touchdown.
Man, tight end.
88.
Much for your offense. They block like crazy. You pull them, you use them all over the place. And when you got a guy that can do this, it's just the cherry on top of the sundae, making big plays, going half the field plus to get the big touchdown.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance.
And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. This offense has been running wild in the first half, but wait, they want more before they go to the locker room. Now on the option. Now the toss. And they're in for a touchdown. Ready to try the point after. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to... And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. Time to take a shot. It's complete. A huge pickup. Got a lot of running room. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going into the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Harbor. He's brought down at the 16, would have been much better off to take the touchback. First down here for the offense. Looking to move it through the air. Getting some heat. Hit as he throws. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Blasted as he lets it go. And the ball is picked off. Giving him his pads. He steps out of bounds, but not only does he get the ball back, what a return to set up his offense. And this is a really important series of plays, a chance to cut into the lead just before halftime. Touchdown, Panthers! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And nice job on this offense, putting the scoring drive together. And now listen, it's not even halftime yet, so keep fighting. Going to halftime, regroup. We found a little something on this drive. See if we can cut into this lead and continue to make this game closer and closer.
He'll bring it out. It's Harbor. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Line gets set, first down. Quarterback checking the play. Wants to throw on first down. Takes a hit as he fires. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. And the incompletion brings up a 2nd down for this offense. He's looking to throw. Unloads it downfield. Wide open, he makes the catch. The expressway is wide open. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback.
That QB might want to register as a 501c3. With the amount of donations he is making to the other team right now, interception number 4 now, putting his team in a bad position time and time again. We might want to start thinking about a change here.
They'll crank up this drive with the pass. And he's in for the touchdown.
You know, sometimes as a play caller, you just don't have to overthink things. I've got a guy who's faster than your guys, and he's just going to run straight down the field. I'm going to throw it way down the field. He's going to score a touchdown, and that's pretty much what just happened there.
On to attempt the try. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Kent State is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Josh Cribbs should never be counted out of any game. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to UConn.
Got it in the middle. It's Renfro. Oh, sick, nasty move, and he's loose.
Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Dropping back, it's Holstein. Got his man on the right. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Pitt!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Looking to go up top on first down. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And it's caught inside the 25. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays.
Timeout by the offense.
They're looking to pass from the red zone. Going for 6. And it's in there for a touchdown. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish it up with a 15-yard scoring toss. From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. They make the stop on the return, and that is priority 1. You don't want some big return to give up a cheap touchdown on the final play of the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. What a scene there in Pittsburgh. What a fine performance we've seen. And it'd be easy to say these two offenses are glad we've hit halftime based on their respective performances. It would also be accurate. Turnovers and sacks have told the story so far. And you gotta believe the play calling has been the issue, right? Time to shred those game plans and just get back to basics. With that said, let's send it back to the guys in the Steel City.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. Got things teed up and just about ready to go here in the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. Nothing went right in that first half, and the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is... Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 to Northwestern at halftime? They somehow came back and won the game. But it all starts on one play, and that has to happen here on this first drive for the offense.
Yeah, the first possession, because your possessions, you're only going to get so many possessions, and you've got to score on every single one of them. Offense, defense, special teams have to play out of their mind, but they have to believe.
And they'll miss the connection here on third down.
And I like the aggressiveness on third and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's fourth and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
And the returner will be brought down. So we'll see the offense on the field to start this drive. They'll throw it on first down. Blasted as he lets it go. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession. Looking for a man, it's Holstein. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. That's the last thing you want as an offense, a negative play, a sack on first down. He'll do it himself. Corralled and brought down by the defense.
And such an advantage when you got a quarterback that you can design the run game through. Like, it makes it so difficult because instead of handing it off back in the day, Palmer, like you used to do all the time.
And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. So here comes the field goal unit. They've been doing work today. They've already made a couple. Between the uprights, it's good. And the field goal is good. They get 3 on the board, but it really doesn't matter much in terms of the deficit. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A first down for the offense. He's looking to throw it. He's going to fire deep. Makes the grab on the left side. He's off to the races. And it's in for a touchdown. Well, I'm not sure who was closer to the receiver there, the defensive backs or us here in the booth.
That was great execution on offense. Receiver wins the route one-on-one, shows off his speed, gets himself wide open. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that ball. Nice job.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. Guys, that last trip, a little disappointing having to take the 3. And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. 2 running backs alongside the quarterback. Here comes the option. Quick toss. Takes it into the end zone for a touchdown. He'll try to tack on one more. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Into a mass of giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24. A 3rd and long coming up here. Back to pass, it's Holstein. And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
You can't rest on your laurels as a quarterback. We know how much success he had last game when he completed over 70% of his throws. This game, though, he's just a little bit off. At times he looks like he's pressing. He hasn't been overly accurate, and that's the reason why he's completing somewhere around 50% of his passes.
Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. They're going to throw it to start the drive. He'll loft one deep down the left side.
Well, these two have linked up for multiple touchdowns in this game. They had the look they liked. They're licking their chops, taking a shot down the field. We haven't seen too many incompletions when these guys have been trying to play throw and catch.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Feeling the heat as he lets it go. And he reels it in inside the 30. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26. They had hoped to come up with explosive plays, and they used one there to set him up inside the 30, 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Tipped ball, put it up for grabs, and I thought he had it, but somehow it slithered through his fingers.
Really nice play by the defender, being in a good position for that deep.
Fires deep toward the end zone. And it's caught for the touchdown.
And how about the offense? They spread them out. Everybody spread wide. Easier to read a defense when you do that. They find the matchup they want, and they get rewarded with the score.
And they did tack on the extra point. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finished the deal with a 26-yard touchdown pass. And he's coming out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. Let's see if they can get out of their own way on 2nd and long from the 8. On the run, it's Lloyd. Finds just a bit of room. He'll pick up a couple to the 11. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. Pitt will have to boot this one away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. And now this offense will take the field again. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Nifty little dance step.
Nice play offensively. You go with the toss to the left, and how about the blocking downfield by the wide receiver on that play? If you're going to run to the perimeter, you got to have guys doing work downfield for you, and they had it on that one.
He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down. First snap in the red zone on this drive. Makes a man miss. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And how about the true freshman trusting him down near the goal line, down near the red area to give him the football? And listen, you know he wants to punch one in. Been talked about a lot, a high recruit. Everybody's singing his praises. He wants to get in that end zone and hear his name called one time.
He'll toss it. Sprints into the end zone for a touchdown. The offense flexes its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
Take a little exhale. You know, you did your job. You got points. Now you put your defense in a position where, hey, go out and get another stop. We're in great shape, so the offense definitely taking care of their business.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
No question they wanted to get the ball to their playmakers, and both receivers have come up big through 3. Will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
You know, as quarterbacks, you've got to be good in the pocket. Even when things are collapsing and you've got guys swiping at it, you got to have 2 hands on the football. Didn't do a really good job with ball security there, and that led to the fumble.
Now the pitch. And it's a touchdown. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. And after that last turnover, David, prime example, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets.
And it just puts you behind the 8 ball. I mean, this offense.
He's got it down the right side. Open runway ahead. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Panthers.
And this has been a rough day for this offense. And finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way the coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that. Put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Guys, this offense coming back out onto the field. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Going for the big play. He's got it upright. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
Well, I love play callers that want to stay aggressive regardless of what the score is, regardless how much time is left on the clock. And I promise you this, there are a lot of fans, there are a lot of teams all across college football that are paying.
Unleashes one deep. Makes the catch and gets the score. That lead's a little more comfortable now. Victory here in week 3. Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Set to advance on the football.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. That 1st down was rather unproductive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down from the 16. They're trying to get to him. They get to him as he throws. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. I'm not positive, but that 1st down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Unloads to the wideout. And it's another interception as his assault on the record book continues. The offense set for a 1st down play. He's going to pass. Hit as he throws. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Now on 2nd down after the incompletion. He's looking to throw. Coming after him. Gonna try to get it himself. And it'll be a pickup of 9. They're facing a 3rd and 1. Offense, quick tempo. They'll try to get it through the air. Fires toward the end zone. Steps into the end zone for a touchdown. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they cover the final 29 yards with that touchdown pass. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through?
And he's running in the open. Flips the field in an instant, and he has it down to the 25-yard line. Big play offense, and it has them threatening now. 1st and 10 from the 25. Quarterback on the keeper. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. Pittsburgh now has it in the red zone. Now the play fake. He makes a grab, and he was pushing for that goal line, but the D stopped him at the 2. They've really got this offense humming. Just the 4th play of the drive, and it's 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Pittsburgh!
Hey, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note. A little bit.
On the move from inside his 5. Slips through the line. They bring him down, but not before a really good return sets up this offense in solid field position. They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. Going up top on 1st down. He's going to let it go. And he'll pull it in inside the 20. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14.
1st down for the offense.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Now from inside the red zone. Touchdown! And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense. Oh, they try to trick him. The holder wants to pass. And he's got it off the fake. He's into the end zone for the 2 and extends the lead.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. They'll start this drive with a pass. Fires into traffic, intercepted. Got room on the return. And he'll take this one all the way to the house, into the end zone for a touchdown.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Out comes the offense as they get set to take over. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Got it in the middle. It's Renfro. And it's a fumble after that huge gain. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Looking to move it through the air. He's going for the big play. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection. He'll take another shot here. And it slips through his feet. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. They'll try to move the chains on this 3rd and long from the 50. Pressure coming. Takes a hit as he fires. That pass not closes. He got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's got it, and they convert. And not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. They are in no mood to show any mercy as they keep flexing their muscle. He'll take a shot. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. Now 2nd and 10. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. He wants to pass it on 2nd down. It's caught. That's a touchdown. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. This one feels as if it's starting to get away from them a little bit, Jesse.
Yeah, Reese, there's a lot of teams in college football at this point that would just quit. So, David, we're going to find out a lot about this team right here.
Yeah, just running out of opportunities. You give opportunities away like this, you're trailing. Every possession is going to be important from here on in.
Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Makes the grab on the right. Touchdown, Panthers! And once he got loose, it was all over. This game is almost certainly decided already, but the good news is for the next game, guys still flying around, still playing hard, not really hanging their heads.
Long season. This is early in the season. Still got plenty of time. Still find out which plays you like, which you don't, and keep running them, keep getting better at them. So use this as practice.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Underneath toasted coverage, got it deep downfield. So that big play changes the complexion of things. It's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. He's looking to throw it. Shoots it to the left. Got his man downfield. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Looking to throw. Into the end zone. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. Looking to throw, it's Holstein. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. 1st down sack, pushes it back. Now it's 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. They're bringing heat. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Short fields make successful offenses just what they want here. To the air on 1st down. A shot toward the end zone. And give him another 6. Grabs it for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. The snaps. Forget the kick. He's going to throw it. He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble but couldn't create anything there. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
And here comes the offense on second down. Dropping back, it's Holstein. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on down. They'll throw it on first down. Working that left side now. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. The Panthers come to the line with a new set of downs. He'll come out throwing on first down. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away. And after the incompletion on first down, this offense looking at second down. Back to the air one more time. Got him downfield. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. Pitt now operating in the red zone. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Fires to the wideout. And it's an incomplete pass over the middle. After misfiring, it's second down. He's looking to throw. Buys a little extra time. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. Just outside the red zone at the 21, but it's third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds a man in the middle. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. But they still do count it for 6. The result of this game is going to sting for sure, but you've got to continue to build, you've got to improve, and you can take some positives out of this late hustle and build for next week.
There's always positives, and coaches are always looking for those things that we did well. What did we do well so we can do more of it in the future? Finding some things here late that they did well.
Trying to find his man on first down. Trying to get to him. Blasted as he lets it go. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. He's looking to throw. Puck, he'll take the deep shot. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. They're able to make the stop, but this offense running plays and racking up yards all the way to the end as they get the W. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both